Welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. Today, I want to share with you a few things. One, Manifestation Mastery, which is a free masterclass that I am teaching next week. As you're coming on, please say hello. Hola, hi, Ioana. Please say hello as you're coming on. So I'm going to share with you a little bit about Manifestation Mastery, which is a 3-day masterclass I'm teaching next week. Totally free, totally free. I also want to share with you about what's happening with this Instagram account. I am shutting it down. I'm not going to give you a lot of details today, but I'm just going to give you a preview of why. So if you want to follow me at my new account, it's I am the Artemis. So go follow me there because I'm going to be shutting this account down like within the next week or so. But I'll do a whole other live with more detail, but I'll give you a little preview about that and why. And then also I want to share with you a story, just a little bit of a story of something from my past, which is, it explains a little bit of what the intent of the masterclass that I'm doing next week is going to be all about, and the shift of my business and what I'm doing with my business and how I'm just really shifting into much more of a vibe. Really, because that is when I started out in the coaching industry, it was all about transformation and the vibe. And I'll explain that in a little bit. So first, let's get to number 1 on the list, which is Manifestation Mastery, a free 3-day masterclass that I am teaching next week. And that is going to be all about helping you to master the energy and frequency of attracting what you want into your life. It's all about the feelings. That's what this masterclass is really going to be focused on, the feeling, because that is the most essential part of manifestation, is feeling the feelings of the thing as if you already have it. And that's one of the hardest things to do, is to feel the feelings. So this masterclass is going to be really focused a lot on that. Now, listen, you are always manifesting. You're always, because our brains are nonstop. They don't shut off. They are nonstop. So your thoughts create your reality. Whether you're thinking about good things or bad things, you're always manifesting, whether you like it or not. So this masterclass is about helping you to be mindful and intentional and deliberate about your manifestations and how to incorporate transcendent practices. And I'll get into what transcendental means. And it's really about rising above. And I'm going to get into that really into a lot of detail next week. And stepping into really being happy in the present, and also holding a future vision, but not feeling that you're lacking in the present because you haven't reached your future vision. It's about really, truly just embodying happiness in the present, really being happy in the present, and then just also wanting that future vision. And what does that mean? How do you get there? How do you be happy in the present? And when you can truly achieve being happy in the present and holding your future vision, I'll do a live on Friday, a little bit about like what this really is. When you can achieve that, then that's when you start to bend reality and collapse time. If you've heard that term before, that's when you quantum leap. Things just start coming to you and happening, and it's absolutely amazing. And that's because you are embodying true happiness and love, that energy, the highest frequency in the present. And then you have this future vision of the things you want to bring into your life, and they just start coming to you. So that's what this masterclass is about. It's really about the energy and frequency of the highest vibrations of love and appreciation and gratitude and all those things. So link is in my bio to sign up for it. It's 3 days. It's going to be a total transformational experience. And link is in my bio to sign up. It's totally free. And we are going to experience 3 days together. So that's number 1 on the list. Number 2 on the list is about why I am stepping away from this Instagram account. So I will do a live and I will get into a lot of detail about that, but it's really, there's 3 things that have led me to this place of making this decision. Energy, intuition, and signs. I am a believer, like true believer in all those. And in December, I was starting to shift away from this Instagram account, and I was going to shut it down in December. And then I decided, I got sick, and I was just like, all right, well, I don't know if I'm going to do this. Well, I came back to it, and last week I had another sign that it was like, okay, I need to just do it. I need to just pull the trigger on this thing. And it's really about every time I get onto this Instagram account, I've had this Instagram account for like 10 years, and I think a lot of people started following me because of, kettlebells and strength training. That's great, and that's what I was doing at the time, but I've had so many pivots, and it's really time for me not to forget about my past, but to move forward and have a fresh start. And honestly, since I've created my new account, I am the Artemis, and I've started posting over there and sharing over there, my energy when I get on that account is so different than when I'm on this account. And I feel just so relieved to have a fresh start and to really step into what I want to step into this year without anything holding me back, without the weight of 10 years of this Instagram account holding me back. So I'm going to do a whole different live on that when I'm actually ready to pull the plug on this account. And I'm just going to, because it's going to be within the next week or so, I'm going to walk away from this account, and I'm not going to be posting on it, except for maybe the occasional reminder in my stories that like, hey guys, I'm over here now. So if you want to get started, I'm already leading all my posts on I Am the Artemis, and I'm going to be over there. All right, so that's number 2. And lastly, the story I want to share with you is really about it is representative of what I am bringing into my business this year. And this is it's about transformation and energy, and it's about having experiences is really what it's about. When I started out in the fitness industry, it was in 2003, and I started out as a spin instructor. And the reason why I got into spinning, indoor cycling, was because I remember when I took my first cycling class. It was so long ago. It was like 1998. MC Hammer pants were still in style. Oh my God, it was like so long ago. But I took the spin class, and I remember going into that class and going into the spin room. And that when you take a spin class, the room is dark and the music is pumping and everyone is just like, everyone is one, right? Like there's the universal law of one. Everyone is one. It's one energy. Everyone comes together and just vibing together, listening to the music, listening to the instructor, being transformed. And I remember having that experience. And, my background is, I have a background in ballet and kung fu and martial arts, but particularly in dance. So like music and creating and being in that zone of creation with the music and that energy. So I could really relate to this transformational experience with a physical component. And when I had that, it was like, this is what I want to do for my work, as I want to transform people through an exercise experience with, the physical component, that they're doing something good for their bodies. But then there's also this mental component and this energetic component with the instruction, and it's like a guided moving meditation. The instructor is leading you through it, and then you have the music that gets you in the energy, and that's what I brought to my spin classes. That people would come to my spin classes and they would be so transformed by what I brought to the table in a spin class. And I know maybe it sounds silly to you because it was a spin class, but that's what would happen, is people were so transformed in the spin class. And it was honestly like, when I was in that group fitness instructor mode, it was like something else took over me and I was channeling it through me, which, I'm sure all of us have had this experience. When you've been in the zone, you have something else channeling through you, right? Well, then when I opened my own facility in 2012, I stepped away from teaching spin classes, and this part of me sort of died. I didn't really have a lot of outlets to bring this to the table. Occasionally I would bring it when I was teaching some classes, when I was teaching kettlebell classes, definitely like when I was speaking in front of large groups, when I started teaching my workshop, I'm Not Afraid to Lift, or when I was like speaking at Perform Better, or when I was, standing up in front of a group of people and speaking. I would experience this again. Especially, I can remember back in 2019, the fall of 2019, I spoke at Craig Liebson's First Principles of Movement at Exos in November 2019. And I gave a talk. I was going to teach the military press, and to introduce teaching the military press, I always like to tell stories when I speak. When I do any talks or anything like that, I shared the story about training for the military press for the Iron Maiden Challenge. And I talked about overcoming failure, fear and failure. And I remember in that moment when I was giving this talk, it was like something else had taken over me, and everyone was like in the moment together. We were all one together in the energy. So this is what I want to bring to my coaching business now, because it was something I was able to achieve when I was a spin instructor. I had pieces of it throughout my career as a fitness professional, when, I would feel that moment, and that everything was coming together from, coaching and teaching would come together with the energy of transformation and everyone coming together as one. That's what I want to bring to my business this year. And I have been working over the past couple months on formulating how this is all going to come about. And this masterclass that I'm teaching next week, Manifestation Mastery, is going to be a taste of more of what's to come in 2022, and how I'm going to bring all of these things together, how I'm going to bring that moving meditation, transformational energy with the music that I used to bring to my spin classes. How am I going to bring that and pair that with teaching through coaching and teaching in the environment of something that is not a group fitness class? Or how am I going to do that? Well, that's what's going to happen in Manifestation Mastery next week in this 3-day free masterclass. And that's going to be a taste of what my entire business is going to be, what all my courses are going to be, what your coaching experiences with me is going to be. That next week is going to be a taste of what's to come. And I'm so excited for you to experience this, because I have been working on transforming my business since September of last year, and things have finally started to come together over the past 4 to 6 weeks. Everything has just started to come together. And I personally am excited to bring this piece of myself back to the forefront, because this is a piece of myself that I believe was dormant for a long time, since I stopped teaching spin classes in 2012. And yes, she would come out every once in a while, and I would get up and speak and lead in front of large groups of people. There would be this, she would come out. But now I'm going to bring her out more and more and more and more. And there's going to be so much more of this piece of myself that I have finally figured out how to make this a cohesive experience with coaching and teaching, and plus energetic transformation. So I hope that you will join me next week. Link is in my bio to sign up for this free masterclass. You can also DM me the word manifest. I'll send you the link. And also, please go follow me at my new account. I am the Artemis. That's where I'm going to be moving over there. I'm already starting to lead all my posts over there. I'm not going to be do much more activity from this account, and soon this account will be completely shut down. All right, have a great rest of your day. I do plan to do another live. I would like to do it from my new account. I am the Artemis. I'll be doing it on Friday, and I'm going to be talking about being happy in the present and holding a vision for your future. And when you can truly embody that, how that helps you to bend reality, collapse time, and quantum leap. And I've experienced it personally. So I hope you'll join me on Friday over at I Am the Artemis. I'll do a post over here just to invite everyone over. I hope to see you there. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.